What's going on YouTube? I wanted to give a update video on these KingRoons. So I have another video that's first impressions. If you haven't seen that, you might check it out first. But this will be 6 month past impressions. So I've had these guys for quite a while now, and they've become my new main printer here. So let me just go over it just a little bit. Look, one of our little cameras fell down. But yeah, so since I've found these guys, I have literally fallen in love with them. They are a fantastic printer. They've got everything you want. I'll just rehash it real fast. You get a nice direct drive, linear rail X, linear rail on your Y, magnetic build plate, nice colored touchscreen. In the box, $200, sometimes on sale, down $180 to $170. I mean, come on, what printer has linear rails and direct drive for less than $200? I mean, there's no other one that I know of, not a single other printer. So fantastic. It's got a really small footprint, and then one of the upgrades you can do, it doesn't come with this, but you can print yourself a filament holder, add yourself a little bearing there, and then this is, I'll show you the stock configuration. So you've got your two little fans here. All we do, solder us up 2 new fans. Now we get dual part cooling and a larger fan that's just a little bit quieter. And one of the upgrades we've done since that last video is OctoPrint. So I got a friend of mine to help me out hooking this up. It's not too difficult. Most people can figure it out on their own, but I did request a little bit of help, and he actually wrote up a really nice write-up on how to do this, to walk you through it for a KingRoon. So if you specifically want to put OctoPrint on your KingRoon, I've got a really nice write-up that I can give you, and that'll really help you set this up. But yeah, that one needs to be zip tied up there. I just sold one, so I cut some of them down. But yeah, so you do about 30 to 50 bucks on a Raspberry Pi, and then about another $7 to $30 depending on the brand of camera. And I got a network adapter in the back there, so I'm running all these off of Ethernet. So it's a direct connection to the modem. And yeah, I've been running them off of OctoPrint for the past bit, and it's super awesome. I really like the heck out of these guys. They've printed great. I mean, let's just look at this. This is PETG right here. We'll see if I can get this off one-handed. Look at that. I mean, how many prints can you take off one-handed like that? So really nice quality. Got just a little bit of stringing there, but this was a high heat PETG. And some of these other prints that I was using, I was printing polycarbonate off of these printers. Stock nozzle, still from the factory, and I'm printing polycarbonate off of it at 255 degrees at a 90 on the bed. I mean, that's bridging what would otherwise be a commercial printer. I mean, not many printers go up past 250 on the temperatures and print good, but this guy did. So we'll clean up that outside a little bit. But yeah, that looks great for what it is. Could it be better? Yes, of course. I'm not by any means trying to say that my prints are the most fantastic in the world. I know that there are guys out there that strive for the best prints, and that's fantastic. Trying to give the okay there, not anything else. That is fantastic, and I totally support it. You can see here, these look pretty decent. Got just a little bit of stringiness there. I can definitely point out things like this, but when you're running a business, you don't just throw this stack away because you got a couple of little dimples there. You just take your little clippers, cut them off, and put them up. This is a suction tip for a dentist. She put in those little holes there, she puts a mirror, and then she's able to have the mirror in her suction piece. So instead of having one hand with a mirror, one hand with a suction piece, she's now got instead of 2 hands in your mouth, 1 hand with just a suction and a mirror. So that's pretty cool. She's beta testing these out, just now getting some out to her friends. But yeah, these KingRoons, man, I really love them. They're a fantastic printer. Let me show you real quick what OctoPrint looks like. Let's see my girl's thing there. So yeah, so here's OctoPrint. So I've got my nice video camera there. I've got all my temperature controls here if I needed to turn it up. Got my files here. So what you do is you just slice something on Kira. We're doing a Pepsi Cola sign, and then once it's sliced on Kira, you upload it, and then you'll select one of those, upload, and you just click on one of these and hit print, and it starts printing. It gives you all your time, your filament used. So OctoPrint is awesome. And then one neat thing you can do with the OctoPrint is you can take all those video feeds and put them into one. So I'm actually on Streamlabs here with 6 video feeds, and I've got this, what was it, streaming. So you can check this out on Twitch and on YouTube. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I just wanted to give an update now that I've been using these KingRoons. Since I first found one, I've probably sold 15 of them fully assembled. Only about 1 in the box. Most people like buying them fully assembled, ready to go, which is awesome. And now I'm offering it with the Octopi installed. So you can get a basic Octopi printer installed on a KingRoon with a camera, ready to go. You just take it home, start printing for, what did I say, 350 bucks, which is, that's some of my labor putting into it. Yeah, of course you can buy these and set all that up cheaper, but there's quite a few people that are brand new and just want to pay that and are willing to pay that. So don't think I'm trying to take advantage of anybody by any means. But you could also do the Pi 4 with a screen, and then I do that for $200, since that Pi 4 is a bit more expensive, and we put a really nice screen on it and get all that screen working. A couple extra steps, but you get a little bit more stable feed from it, a couple little more functionalities. But yeah, guys, I probably print 70% of my paid jobs off these guys now. Only the biggest prints and more difficult ones will go to other ones. I honestly wish I had more of them. None of them are moving right now, but that's because I just woke up and got to work and wanted to bust out some videos before I started actually working and getting these printers moving. But I'll keep these videos coming. I feel a lot more confident getting out here and talking on the phone and filming things. So I hope y'all enjoy this. Hope y'all like seeing, what's going on. We just bought a pressure washer. That was a really good deal. But yeah, this is the workspace and KingRoon, solid believer. I can't wait for the new upgrades. I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but KingRoon has updated this printer. It's got the KP3S, and they have what they did with the KP3S is, actually it's a KP3S, M, and L. Stands for small, medium, large. So the small is the 180, looks very much like this. They just integrate the power supply into it. They put a linear rail on the Z. They upgrade the extruder, and they change up the screen a little bit. They get you a bigger screen that actually pops out and folds a little bit to you. And then on the M, it's this size, and they give it an I-frame. Again, linear rails X, Y, and Z. New upgraded extruder. New touchscreen, which is still on the left side. And then the L for large will be a 300 millimeter, so just a little bit bigger than this bed. And same thing, linear rail, all 3 dual Z's. So I'm really excited for the new ones. I'm pretty sure that the L will be less than $300 retail, or less than $350 at least. So you're going to be able to get a 300 millimeter printer with some of the best upgrades you could ever put on a printer for less than $300. I literally don't know of another printer that you can even buy, and put those upgrades on cheaper. It's just not possible. So I'm really excited for these guys, and excited for the value of printer that they're providing for people. Thanks, KingRoon. And I'm just some guy here in Texas that found this printer, 6-7 months ago, and was like, crap, this is the best printer I found, bang for the buck. And it literally cracks me up when I get somebody that wants to spend $50 more for a Bowden tube printer on rubber wheels without a touch screen. It's a nice screen, I'll give you that. And they want to go ahead and get one of these non-magnetic bed, and the boresight glass, it's one way or the other on whether you like it, but non-dual Z, and they literally will be like, okay, what's the first thing I want to upgrade? I want to put a direct drive extruder on. Okay, which one do I want? And it's like, okay, you're $260 in the printer, and then at minimum, you're $30 to $50 to maybe $150, depending on what special extruder you get on here. At the very cheapest, it's going to cost you $35 to $50. That's literally for the CO10 Max, we're looking at a $70 extruder, but they sell this BitQ extruder right here, which if you look at the size, if you look at this, the size of it, let's look again. Yeah, my finger takes up half of it. my finger takes up a third of it. So this is actually a quite small extruder, and they did something real neat here too, is all that air gets pushed up in this direction and in that direction. So they changed this heat sink design so that it only shoots up away from the print, which is really nice. I mean, this is a very, very small extruder, probably the smallest I've seen. They claim it's the lightest weight in the world. Not sure about that. But it also has an HDMI plug, which is really cool. So this is cool. For $98, you can buy these guys. So I'm actually debating on, I'm probably going to put a couple of those on that one over there. Because that one, the extruders got messed up on and I need to repair. But this video is going long, so I'm going to end it here. But yeah, guys, hands down, KingRoon's awesome. That extruder's pretty cool. I resell Crealities, but if you're a new person, you're looking for a really good printer, the KingRoon hands down is my favorite.